Hello everybody, Multiman37 back here with another review. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'm starting to get over my little coughing fit. I've been feeling a little sick. Also, I haven't gotten time because I've gotten a lot of things I want to review, and I'm kind of choosing on what to do. ah. So we have a review of the touQ blaster from ressha sentai toQger. And again, sorry if I start coughing this video, because I'm gonna have a lot of coughing fits. And I just took my medicine, so yeah. So let's take a look at the box, then the ressha, which was down here, you can't really see it, and the touQ blaster. So let's move the blaster out of the way. So here we have the box. We got touQ Ichigo, the scope ressha on is our included ressha, and it has it on the top of the gun in the picture here. And then we have it turning to sword mode. Here we have touQ Ichigo using it in sword mode. Ah boy. Ugh. Here we have him using it in blaster mode. And then on the bottom, we have each of the toQger wielding the touQ blaster with these three using them as the blasters and these two using it as the swords. Ah, my God! So on the top we have the toQgers Ichigo, Nigo, Sango, Yongo, and Gogo. On the back, we have everything you're ever gonna do with this mother trucker, and I guess I can show you the thing a little bit. So yeah, let's hopefully stop coughing. Forgive me, people. I need to get a tissue from here. Luckily, the tissues are over here. Oh boy. Alright. Now, let's see. Here is the ressha included. We have the scope ressha. And I'm going to turn this back around. Anyways, so the scope ressha is basically an orangish color, white band right here, the aqua blue cockpit. On the front, it has a spotting scope, which actually looks kind of cool. And on the top, this is actually made to look like a knob, a focus knob, even though it doesn't move. But it kind of has the image that the train can move by itself. And remember how even though the fake red ressha from the touQ changer didn't have a thing on back to attach to the ressas directly, and this one does to some extent. I don't have toQo yet, but if I do, I will use this in toQo. But what he does have is a hook hitch and a claw hitch right here, which I'm gonna move the camera down. Move the camera down. I'm gonna switch these around. Basically, you can attach them, and then as you get more ressas, you can make the train longer. Oh God, I am not having fun. I'm gonna try to focus, but yeah, you can move it around, all that stuff. It will wiggle. If you do it too much, these aren't really sturdy. They will come apart very easily. Like if you were trying to lift it by one cart, and you can kind of see how flimsy it is for me to get in. But if you were trying to hold it by one cart, the entire thing would fall down. But yeah, you kind of get the point. You can make the more swarthy. Then you can attach scope ressha on the front if you so desire. Yeah, scope ressha does actually have wheels, so it will roll about. And we can also use it in the touQ changer, which is right here. So, opening it, I decided to remove the straps. They're right over here. Let's do it by itself. Henshin. No, that wasn't supposed to go like that. There we go. So, any of the auxiliary ressha, or support ressha, whatever you want to call them, will say touQ Ichigo and then their name. So it said touQ Ichigo Scope. Then the summoning. And then I can finally demonstrate the middle button. You know how I said that they can switch colors? Well, I'm not sure if they'll do it with the support ressha, but it kind of does open a lot of possibilities. Just setting it to touQ Ichigo, we can swap them. And because it says touQ Ichigo Scope, it kind of doesn't matter if you have it already directly henshined into touQ Ichigo Scope. That is, unless you had one of the other main reshas. So yeah, enough of that. I'm gonna put this in, why not? Why not? So yeah, here's the blaster. Let's beef up one right here. This is where I keep my core medals, everybody, so, okay, enough of that. I already reviewed those, so, yeah, there's another look for you. Anyways, so yeah, here is the, coughing fit, here is the touQ blaster, very boxy looking type thing. It's very oddly shaped. It kind of reminds me of a lunchbox for whatever reason. And I guess the meal is on the rainbow line and whatnot. I don't know, but whatever. But yeah, basically silver paint here, gold paint here, gunmetal gray, being very sparkly, which that's actually kind of cool. The window here, which we'll get into that later. And then, you know, this is where the blade's going to be a lot shorter than it was in the show. It might be a little bit taller, like that much, because this whole portion is supposed to be taller, so it might be that much shorter, or taller, you know, from here to here, because I'm measuring it by the the bracing of the sword. This whole entire section, you know, the triangle up there, and then it's separated by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided figure over here. I forgot what that's called. I'm not even sure if that's a shape, but it's supposed to be a little bit longer, so if it were about that longer, it'd be much bigger. But it's short. It's short. Because this thing is huge, but it's an okay size. Jesus. Especially in gun mode. It's really bulky, though, so whatever. Come out. So switch it to sword mode, we push this button here, which I pretty much already did, I think. And then we flip the handle here, and this is the reason why I'm doing it with the sounds off. It's because you can actually, the window changes from blaster mode to sword mode, and that's actually kind of cool. And then you can see blaster written in a red line down here and for whatever reason there's a hint of purple in the center, and then in blaster mode you can see sword in the green line, and then this lighter green thing right there. So yeah, I kind of do like that little gimmick. That means you cannot pull the handle any further back, even though you're holding on to the button. But I guess that's the reason why, is because there's nothing else behind it, unless they were to put more of those to be a little more even, like, because that's as far as it will go. So back to blaster mode. On-off switch is right here, and dirty little secret, when I was putting by the way, this takes 2 AAA batteries. I had one of the batteries upside down, and when I turn it on, I'm all like, why isn't it working? I stole that from Dawson Ryder. Please sue me. You ever seen the review from him of the Gokai Saber, you know what I'm talking about, but whatever. So, on-off switch back here. No lights, only sounds, as you can clearly tell by the symbol right there. In blaster mode, we just get shooting noises. Pretty cool, pretty cool. You know, that's kind of a small barrel right there, but what am I doing? Jesus, help me. Oh, I'm praying to Jesus. Okay, anyway. But when we turn it into sword mode, we also get another sound. Kirizetsu. And apparently, if you translate it directly, that actually means cutting through, which that's actually kind of cool, because I guess people have to wait in lines for the trains, and I guess some people do like to cut through, so, you know, I think that part is a little punny. So, in sword mode, not many people know about this, but if you go through those sounds 3 times for each one, you'll get a secret sound effect. Not many people know that. It's it's something that they didn't have to do, but they did it. I don't know why, but it's okay. You know, nice to have little secret sound effects. Hey, I'm all over that thing. Now, to show you how big this sword is, let's compare it to some other swords that I have laying around here subsequently. Sorry, I don't have the Mega Blade anymore because that thing broke. So, whatever. Here is the Super Mega Saber. They're about the same size. I guess this one is a little bit more curved and a little bit more longer. Shorter, give or take. Oh, shoot. No, do not fall over. Yeah. Please do not fall. Why isn't this stopping? Okay. No. Don't fall on your face like an idiot. And yeah, that's too high. Turn this thing around because apparently it wants to give me troubles. There we go. It might be a little bit bigger, give or take, or smaller, who knows. But, and also, here is the Muso Saber. This I know for sure is smaller somehow. Oh my god! So yeah, here are the three main titles I review: Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, and Sentai. Woohoo! Yeah, awesomeness. And then to switch it back, it is easy to push this button. And then when we switch it back, it will say Uchizetsu, which means, I think, or Uchizetsu, or however you pronounce that, which means shooting. So not really punny right there, unless I'm missing the catch, the punchline, which I doubt I am, because knowing me, I have a bizarre sense of humor, but whatever. So to insert the ressha, you know, that kind of reminds me of a train track, and basically when you, I like to, when it's in gun mode, this part, which is the part that slides, you can tell because they're separate from each other, I like to put it there and then slide it down there, because, yeah, it's funner that way. But when I switch it to sword mode, it doesn't have that there. But I just like to grab it by here and then turn the thing around. So yeah. So let's insert the scope ressha into here. What it was saying before was shooting now, please mind the blast. Please mind the blast. I can't do any higher voices because right now my voice box is messed up. And I am trying to fight back a cough right now, so I apologize. I wish me to get better, so let's do that again. I like that little jingle for that. And no matter how it works, like sometimes it would make multiple bullets or multiple slashes, whatever. But this thing never misses when the scope ressha is attached. And I only think they've ever used the scope ressha, and you'll see why later. But yeah, so get that out. So let's switch it to sword mode to do the final attack. So let's reinsert the scope ressha. A little bit odd that it would do like a gun charging up sound for a slash, but no, I'm not gonna complain because it sounds awesome. So yeah, it basically said the same thing at the end, but it was saying slashing instead of shooting or cutting, however you want to look at it, because it said cutting through, yada yada. And then again, the blade is rubber, so you don't hurt anybody, and then the framing here is just regular plastic. So yeah. Now this can work with other resshas, like the red ressha, but it will still do the same sound effect because there are no pegs. It just hits a button that gets depressed whenever you insert a ressha. So I'm going to use red ressha. So yeah, and it kind of had to be that way because if they took these out, then they would change back. So it kind of needed to be a scope ressha only. And again, I'm not sure if touQ will ever use it. And the thing about this is, no matter if you're in gun or sword, and then there's a little, yeah, whatever. It will, when you insert it, it won't wait for you to close this. I kind of wish it did that. It would wait for you to close it like it does on the touQ changer before it starts the sound effects, because sometimes this thing will tilt in the other direction, because this entire section can actually come off. Yeah, it can come off for safety reasons, whatever. Yeah, there we go. So I would have liked it so that it could wait until you closed it before it did anything else, but oh well. So yeah, the touQ blaster might not seem like much, but it is a roleplay item worth getting. It comes with a cool ressha if you want to get the DX, and there's little pins if you want to see it. I doubt you can hack the system because they're all in different... They're off-center from the 3 buttons, but good luck anyway. Because I'm still trying to find out how buttons that are off-center from the 3 down here can get this so right. But whatever. touQger reference right there. Because right is the Red Ranger, or yeah, whatever, Red Sentai, Senshi, I don't know. But yeah, good luck trying to figure out this, because there's only 3 buttons, and then there's just a whole bunch of them right here that are kind of off center. So good luck with that. But, yeah, this is something worth picking up. Get it when you have enough money, time, blah, 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 but because this is kind of worth it. I do like the sounds. I wish it did have lights for, like, the corresponding colors of the bar right here, so if it was in gun, it would be red, or, yeah, green. I don't know what I said, yeah, red, yeah, green. Like, I was gonna go back to red, but, yeah, this would be, like, green, and then in sword mode it'd be red, but whatever. Yeah, little complaints here and there, but overall it's kind of worth it. So I will see you guys later. Take care.